Sha la 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 la.
Happy Hanukkah, everyone. It's the first annual Professional Amateurs MMA Awards.
It
the
is.
most prestigious MMA awards
This is
in the world.
Yeah, it is like it's like the Oscars for MMA.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's all.
So if the Oscars were good,
Yeah.
this would be it.
This is it. This is the pinnacle of not a UFC title,
Yeah.
not pound for pound number one.
Not UFC honors. People,
It's a professional amateurs
award.
award.
You don't get anything, but we recognize.
I think
it.
next year we should send people
Next year we'll-
stuff.
Hey, who wants to? We need another sponsor. Come on.
But we have this holiday special,
Yeah.
and
I'm
we
waiting,
are going away. So we're actually filming this before
Just before we
UFC
go. Before UFC,
269.
yeah, 269.
So just so that you guys know, before you get mad, if UFC 269's main event or even any of those fights on the card are amazing and they can be,
Recognized, yeah.
recognized in the awards, just know we filmed this quite early.
Yeah, we're
so
sorry. And I mean, we will say
Yeah.
if Dustin Poirier becomes champ,
yes,
so that will definitely have an effect on some of the categories, but not too much.
not too much. Yeah.
So anyway, let's start it off with a fun one, just the normal one, submission
Yeah.
of the year.
Submission of the year, and we actually went through this and we picked like our top 4 or 5,
Yeah.
sometimes an honorable mention.
So submission of the year, we've
Yeah.
got that brilliant reversal by Vicente Luque against Michael Chiesa.
That
Yes,
was
good.
insane.
The Uno reverse card. We've got
Damn.
Andre Muniz breaking Ronaldo Souza's arm.
Yeah, Jacare Souza's.
Jacare,
yeah.
yes. I think that his other name is Ronaldo. He's got like
Really?
2 names. Yeah, it's pretty weird.
And that was a scary submission.
Yeah,
and
no, it
that was
was.
very unexpected as well because Souza is also a black belt.
A
so-
jiu-jitsu.
and he absolutely.
But it's almost, it shouldn't have gone to that point,
It
but it
shouldn't
was
have.
still, it was pretty spectacular.
yeah.
We've got Moreno pulling off that rear naked choke
Against
to-
Figueiredo?
Yes, to win the flyweight title.
That was awesome.
Awesome. Yes,
and
he
that
was
was
so
such
good.
that's when real men cried. Was
Yes.
that when
I
that
almost
happened.
cried. It was 4 in the morning. I'm in my bed
Yeah.
alone with my little laptop. Like, I always,
Yeah.
almost shed a tear there.
Yeah.
And then finally we've got Makhachev with that key lock against Dan Hooker, stepping over.
So we have some great ones.
Ooh, we have some amazing ones. My personal one, my call.
For me, okay, let's take it to top 2 first.
Yes.
What's your top 2?
My top 2 would be Makhachev and Vicente Luque.
Mine is Muniz and Vicente Luque.
Yeah, and I
So
think
I think
Vicente Luque takes
That
it.
was just so slick how he did it. It wasn't like a very flashy submission,
No.
but that was a slick transition.
high
He was
level.
in trouble, and then he got.
He reversed it. I
Yeah.
mean, that was high level jiu-jitsu, as they say.
Yeah.
Next up, KO of the year.
Here
That's
we
a
go.
massive one.
Yeah.
So we've got there was so many, but we tried to narrow it down to like 4.
Yeah.
So firstly, we've got Usman Masvidal, obviously.
That was amazing.
Brutal.
It was
super
It was
necessary.
scary.
It was really, really scary.
Yeah,
though.
Masvidal got baptized. It was really a clean shot. And shout out to Trevor Whitman.
Yeah, no,
we know you're watching this. We have to keep the trend going.
We
now.
are. We will. Next up, we've got Derek Lewis KOing Curtis Blades with that beautiful uppercut.
I think everyone loved that. I
That
don't like
was-
Curtis Blades, so it was so sweet to see him eat canvas.
and it was
great.
also so clean. I mean,
It was
knocked
clean.
out, one shot, gone.
Yeah.
Choops. We've got Sandhagen with his flying knee against Frankie Edgar.
clean. That was clean, and it was a little bit of a show.
Yeah,
definitely.
It was nice and flashy,
Yeah,
which I
it was
like.
awesome.
And then finally, we've got Rose Namajuna's head kick.
Head kick, which was very unexpected.
And so clean.
And it's funny because it didn't even look that hard. Like, if you watch the video, I don't know how it feels to get kicked by Rose in the face, but on video it doesn't look it just like choop, and then
It was
dropped her.
clean.
It was
Clean.
clean.
Okay, this one we need to narrow down to 2. So
Yes.
good luck with that one. What's your 2?
That's really. I'm gonna go with Sandhagen's knee
Okay.
and Usman's overhand.
I'm also going to go for that straight by Usman. That was beautiful. And I like head kick. I'm going to go for Rose's head kick.
Rose's head kick.
Dude,
Okay.
that was beautiful.
I think we have quite good consensus here. I think
Yeah.
Usman.
We were doing
knockout-
the nominations. They were like, yeah, no, Usman takes this one.
It's definitely
100%.
it's him.
100%.
He has to take it.
Next
so yeah,
up.
well done, Usman. Knockout
Yes.
of the year.
Congratulations, Usman.
Well done. We know you're watching this.
Next up, we've got our performance of the year. So, firstly, Francis Ngannou versus Stipe.
Amazing performance.
Beautiful. I mean, stuffing the takedown, winning
Yeah.
the heavyweight championship of the world.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It was a great display. Very great display. And he's champ.
That was
Cyril
beautiful.
Gane is not champ, by the
Not
way.
yet. Next up, we've got Usman versus Masvidal. That performance he put up
Yeah.
against Jorge.
That was
Clinical.
clinical. Yeah.
We've got Gane making Derek Lewis his little punching bag.
That was a very good. It was a boring fight, but it was very clinical.
As a performance of the year, definitely receives
And I
a
think
nod.
you could have, in that fight, you could see how dangerous Cyril Gane is. He is very technical. He applies pressure well, and he takes his time and he dominated. He absolutely dominated.
Wait, I saw that meme. They call me 007 by Derek Lewis. Zero significant. No. Zero
Takedowns.
takedowns.
Significant strikes.
7 significant strikes. Something like that.
Something
I don't
like
know.
that.
And then finally, obviously, we've got Max Holloway versus Calvin Keiter. Performance.
You know where I stand.
You
with
know
that.
where you stand, and I think this one I have to agree with you. I have to give performance of the year to Max.
Just to specify, this is on individual performance in a fight,
Yes.
like winning by a landslide, and Max did that.
Yeah.
He
That was
absolutely
performance of the decade.
he broke every single record there is to break at not only at featherweight but in the UFC as a
UFC.
whole. So. Well done, Max Holloway.
Yeah,
I think
know.
that's pretty clear.
We have to give
We
that
have
one to Max.
agree.
There's no
Max Holloway.
no contest really.
Place Express. Place is
Blessed
placed.
Express, baby.
Okay, cool.
Next up, let's go the most likely to be champ in 2000.
Now we had this was a hard one.
It was.
because
It was.
there is a lot of people that we can see if they have an active year, we can see them become champ,
Yes.
and that's also it's very dependable.
It's very, very difficult. So obviously, first one, I didn't really want to nominate him again here, but
Yeah.
you have to say, okay, Max Holloway's got a fight coming up with Volkanovski, so
Yeah.
that's an easy
That's
nod
an
to
easy.
him.
It's an add-in.
Next,
Definitely.
so I mean,
We
it
wanted,
depends on
we
how it
wanted
does
to
in the
go with
trilogy.
guys that that haven't been champion and where we can see
Yes.
basically the potential of them becoming
Becoming champion
next
for the-
year.
yeah. Next up, Yuri Prochaska. I
Most
think he has
definitely.
a big shot.
He is one of the guys that came in this year scary. And I think the whole division he's the guy to beat
He
in
put
that
them on
division.
notice.
And I think he really, if he has a good year next year, he's active, he's not injured. I think
And he had
can
such a
can
good
become
fight
champion.
against Dominic Reyes
Yeah.
as well.
That should have also been in the top maybe 5 or 6 of knockouts of the year. That spinning back elbow, but
We just
He's-
thought
he's
the,
here
the,
now.
the 4 we singled out were cleaner.
Yeah.
So we were going for clean
Clean,
one shot
not-
gone.
yeah.
Yeah. So it wasn't that clean. You still
Yes.
had to pound him out. But
Yeah.
I mean, bro, it wasn't that clean, bro. You
It wasn't
was
even
horrible,
that
bro.
bad.
We've got Islam Makhachev, obviously.
He
In with
is-
such a big shout.
He is definitely one of the guys to
look
beat
out
now.
for.
And he has this team, and obviously Khabib is in his corner, and everyone thinks he's gonna become champion.
I think
Everyone
he's going to
thinks.
become champion.
He is
I
definitely
think
he's
in
one
with
of
a major
the top
shout.
guys.
Like, I
So-
don't necessarily want him to become champion.
Yes,
But I
but
realistically, I can see him winning the lightweight crown in 2022. Easy.
most definitely
Not easy, but
I think
I hope someone gives him a push. I want to see Makhachev
I
go
want to see
through
him
a
to
5
deep
round
waters.
war
Yeah,
before he wins that
deep
title.
waters.
Put him against a dog. Dustin Poirier or
Yeah.
Gaichi. Gaichi and Makhachev would be a good fight.
That would be a great
I would like
fight.
that. Because, I mean, Gaichi lost against Habib, but
Yeah.
he hurt his legs.
Don't you think that fight ends a lot how Khabib and Gaichi
I don't
ended?
think Makhachev is as good as Khabib is.
Okay.
I don't think he has...
You know, a
He's
lot of
that
people
good.
say he's better.
I don't think he's better.
Like
No.
people that train with him and train and coaches
So-
and the guys at the gym.
Makhachev doesn't like to get hit, and he hasn't been hit a lot. So I think a way to beat him would be put him against a really good offensive wrestler.
Yeah.
Like Justin Gaethje.
Yeah.
Who's a dog.
He
and
is
you can
a
just
dog.
go 5 rounds, shot for shot with Makhachev.
Yeah.
If they go, I mean, in the pocket.
I would like to see
will-
Gaichi knock him out.
And I think we could.
Yeah.
But Makhachev definitely has a big chance to become lightweight champion next year. One that you hate to admit, but TJ Dillashaw.
Yeah, he is one of those guys that he went under surgery. I'm not sure. I think it's
his
knee surgery, something
ACL,
like that.
MCL, all of that.
But he is one of the guys to beat. Do I see him beat Peter Yan? That's the fight I would like to see, and I would like to see Yan kick the shit out of him. I would like to see him absolutely decimate him, because that's a great fight to make as well. So I don't like Dillashaw.
Yeah.
I think he's a cheat. I don't think
he
deserves to become champion again.
It's not a good fight for Yan stylistically. TJ is such a good wrestler.
Yeah.
He can drag you into deep waters, keep you there.
Better than Yan.
Yan, I don't know. I see him more as a boxing heavy guy.
Yeah, he is a boxing heavy guy, but
He
he's
is
a Russian.
But he's not. He's like
He is
Russian. So
Yeah,
Volkov Russian. He's not Dagestani. Major difference. I think
I don't think so.
there is a difference. All the best wrestlers are Dagestani.
Yeah.
That's like saying
He trained for a while at Tiger Muay Thai, and actually Drickus and Drickus' brother Neil, both the Duplessis brothers, were in Thailand, and they actually saw him train there. Not only stand up, but wrestling and everything. They
was it
trained.
impressive?
They say it is so impressive to see that guy train. It's insane. It's insane how fast he learns. Just like we talked about in the previous episode, being a sponge and just retaining information. And now he's mixing up literally Olympic level boxing with Russian sambo, and now he's adding Dagestani Russian wrestling, mountain wrestling.
Because I mean, he's I don't know. Russia's a big place, and I see him more like a Moscow Russia.
Like
Moscow
a
vodka
Russian.
Russian. No, like a Gopnik.
What does that mean?
Have you never seen those guys squatting in their Adidas tracksuits? That's like Gopnik Russia.
We must just make sure that's not a
No, it is. That's a real term. It's a Gopnik.
Okay.
So I mean, Peter Yan is more of a Gopnik than he is like a Dagestani mountain smash everybody.
Yeah.
So, and I think mountain smash everybody. They the ones famous for wrestling. Gopniks are more like famous for drinking.
That Bert Kreischer, the machine story.
Yes.
Of when he goes to Russia.
Yes,
and
yes,
then
yes. Those are Gopniks.
Fuck this bitch. This is Russia.
And then we've got a bit of a wild card, but Vicente Luque.
Yeah.
I think he's in with a shout.
Man, if this was up to me, I would have given. Who's your top two out of this?
My top two.
I would like to throw Vicente Luque in the mix, because I think he's very underrated.
He is underrated.
But Makhachev.
Yeah, I would say
Makhachev and Max.
I would say Yuri and Dillashaw. Prochaska and Dillashaw.
Prochaska and Dillashaw.
Yeah.
For next year.
For next year, becoming champ next year.
Not Makhachev.
Now that we've chatted about the Justin Gaichi thing, and I think Gaichi is the one to beat him.
Is it?
Yeah. So let's see that. I want to see Gaichi fighting for the title.
But now, I think obviously Max has to be in there.
Yeah. No, he has to.
So
I
think
we've given Max an award already.
Okay. So let's say so the record is straight. I do think Max becomes champion next year.
Okay.
But we can come down on some, I think then Islam and Yuri.
Okay, if it's guys that has never won a title before, I would have to agree with you there.
Islam and Yuri.
Yes. I think those two guys are in with a big shout.
Yeah.
But this award, from my side, I'm gonna give it to Yuri.
I want to give it to Makhachev.
Gonna give it to Makhachev.
We're gonna ching chong cha.
We're gonna
rock paper scissors. Okay, ready? Rock paper scissors. Rock paper scissors shoot.
Shoot.
Okay.
I don't know. Shoot or not?
Yeah, shoot. Rock paper scissors shoot.
Okay. Congratulations, Islam.
You won by rock, paper, scissors. Well done. You can send us a DM and then we'll send your award to you.
Definitely. Then we've got our favorite line of the year. It's like something someone has said.
This I was so excited for, to just go look back at what bangers they were, because there were a bunch of.
There were a few. So firstly, we've got Derek Lewis saying, someone asked him, why did you choose boxing and not MMA? And he was like, no, boxing seems like you have to do a lot more running, and I'm not really into that shit.
That's a classic Derek. Like, he is always, they should keep a microphone, like what they do at the NFL.
Yes.
The guys play, they have built-in microphones. I think they should do that with
him.
him.
Absolutely. He's
all day, every day, whole of fight week.
Mic'd up at every single opportunity. When he's cutting weight, put a mic on him. I'm sure he's very aggressive with him, but fun times.
That is very funny.
We've got Nick Diaz just coming out, giving Robbie Lawler, flipping two birds and saying Stockton, motherfucker, as he walks into the ring.
That's also a standard.
That's
Nick Diaz. A Diaz thing to do.
That is. This one, we've got Paddy Pimblett just afterwards in his post-fight interview being asked, hey, Paddy, who do you want to call back? And he's like, I want to call out Instagram. Give me my account back, you fucking lizard.
Just the
Fochen. Oh, I love that
That
accent.
is so, you lizard.
And then
I must say, we use that joke quite a lot.
Yeah,
you
call everyone lizards.
You lizard.
And then finally, from the great Conor McGregor,
the main Mac.
The main Mac, your wife sent me DMs.
I think that's pretty.
We have to give it to your wife to my DMs.
We have to give it. Congratulations.
It's so iconic. I mean, if you give people, okay, what's one line you remember from the year, they're gonna say your wife's to me DMs.
Most definitely.
100%. I really like the other ones.
What's the runner up for you? I think lizards.
I like lizards as well. I'm a big fan of lizards.
Your wife is in me DMs. I have to really try. We need to go to a class where we do impersonations.
Absolutely. Next up, we've got our two big ones. Firstly, we've got Fight of the Year. So there were so many.
I actually did a poll on my Instagram. Let me just pull that out. Just for this one. The other ones we didn't have time to do a poll
it.
Yeah.
But firstly, obviously, we've got Volkanovski v Ortega. 5-round war.
Yeah.
Ortega slipping on two incredible submissions, almost getting both of them, and just Volkanovski smashing.
Yeah.
Beautiful. What a fight. I was on my feet. I was here watching it with you.
Yeah.
I was on my feet when those submissions came on, because I had quite significant money on Volkanovski.
Yeah. That fourth and fifth round was insane. It was a crazy fight.
Crazy
It was
fight.
really cool.
We've got Jan versus Sandhagen.
Banger. That was, obviously, I'm a bantamweight. I like watching bantamweights, and that was such a good fight. To see how composed Jan was, sticking to the game plan, like starting slow and then picking up from about the end of the second round.
Just dealing with Sandhagen's movement well.
And Sandhagen moving like he's in the Matrix. It was really a great fight.
Incredible fight, it was awesome. I must say. Next up, obviously, Max Holloway versus Calvin Keiter. Fight of the year.
It was a landslide.
Beautiful. It was a bit of a landslide.
It was a landslide. But how tough is Keiter? He took so much damage and he didn't get dropped. So, and then obviously you have Max that went, and he's like, while getting punched in the face, he goes, "I'm the best boxer in the UFC."
That could also be a shout for line of the year. This is Max Holloway's.
This has been his year.
It has.
Most definitely.
I'm the best boxer in UFC, baby.
Yeah.
And then finally, Gaichi versus Chandler.
It was
3-round war.
Oh, and they should reschedule that for 5 rounds.
Yes,
they should do that.
I don't know if I want to see it go 5 rounds. I think the longer it goes, the more Gaichi's just going to dominate.
Yeah,
I like the idea of those guys going out once a year, just swanging and banging 3 rounds. I love that idea.
That was a great fight. I'm gonna give some shout outs to people that have commented here. John Kutter, he said Yahir Holloway. That was a great fight. We have a lot of people saying Max Holloway versus Calvin Keiter, but by most, like, I would say about 80% of them are Gaichi Chandler. So, shout out to everyone who commented. Ortega Volk is shown here a lot. So,
well done, audience. You did well.
Paul, they did very, very well.
Who gets your shout?
Let's narrow it down to top two. Gaichi Chandler.
Absolutely, must be in there.
And Ortega Volk.
I have to agree with you.
I really do think so.
The Holloway one just wasn't enough of a war.
It wasn't. It was pretty one-sided.
It was.
Which, for fight of the year, you wanted to go either way. There must be momentum shifts, and it must be, okay, am I going to lose money or make money?
Yes. Like, you have to be on the edge of your seat at all times. Yeah. And that's why, for me, Gaichi versus Chandler gets my shout.
Gaichi versus Chandler.
Okay. Hey, great stuff.
Yeah. Ooh. That's our fight of the year. That's
and awesome. Now we've got a big one. Fighter of the year. So this one was quite hard to think, because we went back and saw, okay, firstly you had to be like active fighters, really.
Yeah, you couldn't get fight of the year
if you had just had one fight. Yeah. That doesn't really work. So we've got Max Holloway. We've got...
Max Holloway is representing.
He's representing big. We've got Dustin Poirier, especially if he wins the title.
No. Obviously, we don't know what happens.
We don't know yet.
It's a few days beforehand. But
if he wins the title, even if he doesn't win the title, still in with a strong nomination.
He's in there, but I do not think even if he wins the title, I do not think...
Yeah, well, we after we say the final two, you're going to understand why.
Yeah.
We've got Rose Namajunas. Obviously, brilliant.
Massive.
Defended twice. Well done, Rose. And then finally, Kamaru Usman. There's only one. Only one.
Kamaru Usman defended his title 3 times this year.
That's insane.
He got the knockout. He got the Professional Amateurs Award for knockout of the year. And I do think he is 2021's athlete.
Must be.
UFC
He's the pound for pound great right now.
Yeah.
I mean, he beat Gilbert Burns after getting dropped with a spectacular jab from southpaw.
Yeah,
that was insane.
A stiff jab.
Stiff. The Whitman stiff jab.
Whitman teaching the stiffness.
What a man. We had him absolutely steamrolling Masvidal.
Yeah, he folded him like a
that was kind of scary.
It was.
And then defending his title against probably the only guy,
the only real threat in that division.
Maybe Luque is a bit of a wild card in the future, but right now the only guy that could have threatened him this year, and he beat him again.
Yeah,
for Colby Covington.
Covington.
So there's really no one else that comes near that. Even if Poirier wins the lightweight title, let's say he dominates, he wins the lightweight title, champion of the world, it still doesn't come close.
It doesn't come
to
close
what Usman has done this year.
Usman has had a great year.
It's incredible. You don't see fighters have years like that very often.
Yeah.
It's very, very rare. Maybe GSP in his prime had a few of those years where it was just like steamrolling. But you can probably count on one hand fighters that have had years like this. I mean, maybe Conor McGregor when he won double champ.
Was champ,
probably
you can make an argument for someone like Daniel Cormier who did that at lightweights and heavyweights. You can maybe Cain Velasquez back in the day, Anderson Silva,
Kevin Holland fighting 5 times.
Kevin Holland fighting 5 times, winning 5 fights in a year.
That was very
so you have these guys that they operate,
but I think it's very, very rare.
It has been his year
that you get a champion, like being this dominant, 3 title defenses in 1 year. I mean, you can go and find guys like Kevin Holland who's won 5 times in 1 year, but
he's moving down to welterweight as well.
Yes,
that's very interesting.
That would be interesting.
So you have guys like Luque, you have Hamza, you have him moving up in the ranks, and now you have Holland coming down. So there are guys.
There are guys in there. I don't see Kevin Holland being much of a threat to Usman. He doesn't have the wrestling.
He's quite a big welterweight.
He's a big welterweight, but he has struggled against wrestlers. Granted, they were big wrestlers.
Yeah.
But like Vittoria is a big dude.
But we'll see.
A
lot to look
very
forward
exciting.
to in 2022. This is probably our last episode of this year.
Yes.
And then we are really gonna try and bang one out each week.
Yeah,
next
week,
year.
Yeah. 2022.
Each week. So you're telling me I'm gonna have to see you every single week
for 52 weeks straight, baby. 52 episodes coming in 2022.
Bangers coming your way. Thank you guys so much. Enjoy.
Have a nice one. Thank you for watching.
Have a great festive season.
Yeah. Happy Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy New Year. Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas.
Enjoy, guys. Thanks for watching. Cheers.